rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
In the year 1504, a guy by the name of Babur captured Kabul. In 1709, Mirwas Hotek gained independence against the Persians. In the year 1715, Mirwas died of natural causes, and his brother, Abdulaziz, inherited the throne. Mirwas's son, Mahmud Hotaki, killed Abdul Aziz, who was his uncle. In the year 1725, Mahmud was murdered by his cousin, a guy by the name of Ashraf. In the year 1738, a guy by the name of Nader invaded, destroyed Kandahar, and restored Abdali ethnic Pashtun power. That's just a small reading from a great book called Afghanistan, A History of Conflict by a gentleman by the name of John C. Griffiths. According to Defense Journal, it is, quote, essential reading for anyone who seeks to understand the problems of Afghanistan. The time is now 8:02 a.m. and you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest. I know, yes. Hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning to you, Whitney. Good morning, Emily. Good morning, Bob. Good morning to the Brain Trust crew. Shouts out. The Brain Trust crew is a three-piece of gentlemen who are regular fixtures at Tredwell in the morning when we go in there. So good morning to the Brain Trust crew. Frank Patterson, what's up? Diesel, what's happening? And Charlie Zine, all three friends of the show. We're going to do a whole lot today. We've got news, we've got grant information, we've got things to tell you about our Aurora Public Library, among other things. We have $1 million worth of sewer repair to talk about as well. Norma Peterson's here. Good morning to you, Norma. Good morning. GAMS, the Great American Morning Show. We have a lot to talk about, but we are going to get your opinions, reactions, and feelings to the scenes that we've been seeing unfolding, given what has been history making, the United States leaving Afghanistan. So we'll talk about that and get your guys' opinion on that and read a little bit from this awesome book so we can all come to an understanding. Well, before we go on with anything, I do have to tell you a little piece of news that I saw that I think is helpful. It's good to understand, it's good to lead with, and it's something that we can all build on. And not only that, it's designed to help, and it comes from friends of ours. Are you familiar with the Back to Business Grant Program, the B2B? Well, if you are not, you can contact the Illinois Small Business Development Center at Waubonsie Community College. Friends of ours, Harriet Parker, her email, hparker@waubonsie.edu, or give her a call at area code 630-906-4143. That number again is 630-906-4143. Attention all Illinois small business owners, $250 million is now available through State of Illinois B2B grant programming. It's a key component of Governor J.B. Pritzker's $1.5 billion economic package designed to maximize the impact of American Rescue Plan Act funds provided to Illinois. It sets forth $250 million for businesses that have experienced losses due to the COVID-19 pandemic to support them in their recovery. Here's what you need to know. $5,000 to $150,000 grants to cover operations and overhead costs. Must have revenues of $20 million or less in 2019 and a reduction of revenue in 2020 due to COVID-19. Priority is given it is already? Damn. Like 8:05, I messed up already. Take a sip. Sip it up. 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 Let's try that again. Priority will be given for the following businesses. Hardest hit industries such as hotels, salons, fitness centers, restaurants, and more. Disproportionately impacted areas, DIAs. Economically distressed communities which have had higher case counts of COVID-19. And businesses who have yet to qualify for state or federal assistance, including the PPP, Paycheck Protection Program, the RRF, the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, and BIG, the Business Interruption Grant. The application is fast and easy. New interface is designed to help small business owners track and learn updates on their application status in real time. What you need is a copy of your business's 2019 and 2020 federal tax returns, 2 business bank statements, one from the period March through December 2020, and your most recent statement, and your business owner ID. Very good. Okay. So, yes, thank you very much to our friends of the B2B and also our local community partners as well. We've also got news about the business workshops that are coming up with the Aurora Public Library. But how's everybody feeling today? How you guys doing? Let me know in the chat. The time's 8:07. Victoria Hyla Maldonado is here. Good morning to you, dear friend, and Aisha Saxon as well. Good morning, and good to see all of you wonderful people. So, as I mentioned, we will be getting your reactions and feedback to what we're seeing as a people unfolding in Afghanistan. As you know, this show liaisons with, speaks to, and is in constant contact with many veterans and service members and things like that. So the opinions that we have been getting have pretty much all been one-sided, I have to tell you. I only got like 3 people who've given me other opinions on what they thought about current situation or future situations taking place. But we'd like to know what you guys think as well. All right. Free back to school supplies are coming up. Not Forgotten Ministries and the CAN Network, CAAN, Community Advocacy Awareness Network. They got free food and school supplies coming up on August 21st. That'll be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Closed Closet giveaway will be taking place as well that day at 309 5th Street in Aurora. Now, if you guys know where 309 5th Street in Aurora is, it's right next to other friends of ours at the Peace House. The Peace House is a very good place in Aurora that's been doing a lot of great community activity for many, many years. And yeah, shouts out to the Peace House, Not Forgotten Ministries, and our friends of the CAN Network. Good morning to Juanita Garcia, and good morning, Linda Jimenez Gonzalez. Good to see all of you guys. Greg Ellsbury, what is up, sir? Blessed to be joining today. Yes, we are all blessed, and we are all highly favored. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Now let's get into some news. I got some great stuff to talk about today. And remember, we are going to be coming back to get you guys' reactions to what we're seeing on the national level with what is going on in Afghanistan. I'm also going to ask you what you think about development here in the city. Remember the casino moving to the outlet mall? Remember that? Remember that? We all know that, right? That's happening or going to happen, or they planned it out, or they wrote plans, or they had a map, or they did this, they did that, whatever the heck it was. Well, we'll figure it out together. All right. Aurora's Ukulele Festival is coming back August 22nd. Uh-oh, holla. There's just something about the ukulele, the small 4-string instrument that inspires legions of fans, according to a gentleman by the name of Mark Strasburger, co-chair of the Aurora Ukulele Fest. Quote, "It's almost a cult." It really is. Because it's such an underground, it's not mainstream. You don't hear it a lot on the radio, but it has such a huge following. The ukulele does, end quote. While for some people, the ukulele conjures up thoughts of Don Ho singing about tiny bubbles. Never heard of it. Does anybody here? Oh, does anybody know what that is? Any Don Ho fans and Tiny Bubbles? Let me know in the chat. I'll check it out. Give me the YouTube link. All right. Or Tiny Tim tiptoeing through the tulips back in the day. Great writing. The ukulele is embraced by contemporary musicians including Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, and Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder, as we know, the lead singer of what band? Don't you say nothing. What band? Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. I'll tell you what, if anybody can give me that, what band is Eddie Vedder the lead singer of? When we get our stickers, you get a sticker for free. Put that in the chat. All right. According to Statista, 1.6 million ukuleles were sold in the United States in 2019 alone. That is amazing. The ukulele's been around a really long time. It's really picked up steam about 15 years ago with a lot of mainstream musicians picking up. That's according to Mr. Mark Strausberger. Wow. So what do you guys think about the Ukulele Fest? Now, I have to say that I first got Greg Zilioli won it. Greg won it. Pearl Jam, first person with it. Good job, sir. I have to tell you, the ukulele, I've been familiar with it as an instrument. I've liked its sound, and I've been able to appreciate folks who play ukulele. But I didn't get familiar with it in a community sense until really moving to Aurora and then seeing the Ukulele Festival, way before COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been playing the same place, like the little area right there by City Hall, Water Street Mall. Been checking it out, and I'm like, okay, it's a nice community feeling. So I like that about it. Now, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I rap. So I don't play ukulele. Maybe I'll change my name to MC Ukulele someday. All right. So that is the Ukulele Fest. Remember, it's coming to our area here August 22nd. I do have some more news about sewer repair. Now, this is something that I'm always happy to shout out because, as you guys know, people always complain about the lack of development in the city. The city should do this. The city should do that. Well, why isn't the mayor? Why they doing a ribbon cutting for a brand new business open up? They had a hard time struggling in the pandemic. Why is my pothole on Zingally not filled in? Well, here it comes. The Aurora City Council has approved an almost $1 million contract for sanitary sewer repairs that will be done with special lining pipe. Now, this I didn't. Special lining pipe. Alderman recently approved a $924,210 contract with Vesu Sewer of Illinois, LLC of Bridgeview to do the projects, which are scattered throughout the city. Okay. The contract is for badly needed repairs that can be done with cured in-place pipe lining, which means the city does not have to tear up the pipe and dig deep trenches to do the repairs. If workers do not have to dig the trenches, it saves money and has much less impact to residents. The sewers in this particular contract were identified as having a rating of 4 or 5, with 5 being the worst rating possible in deficiencies. Yikes. Officials have said if the pipes are not lined in the near future, the conditions will worsen and the city then would have to dig trenches for repairs. The whole process starts with the city televising a portion of the city's sewers, sending cameras through the sewers to identify problems. Any sewer that has had a problem gets cleaned and televised. Very interesting. Visu Sewers was the lowest of 3 bids received by the city. Aurora officials said Visu Sewer had successfully completed similar projects for the city in the past. The time is 8:14 a.m. and you are tuned into and listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. All right. So Greg won the first trivia question about Pearl Jam. Good job, Greg. And Norma Peterson tells us that her friend Mavis Bates is playing in the Ukulele Fest. Very cool. Shouts out. Shouts out. Okay, so let's talk about that casino. Moving over there. What do you guys think about that? Put that in the chat. Let me know about it. Now I was told that a lot of land was purchased. in that in the hulk of what would be the casino currently on New York Street would go a bridal hall, wedding reception kind of place, or that city hall government could move into that. Does anything know anything about that? You can let us know that in the chat. It's 816. I personally, I'll tell you this. If the city, I'd rather the city do government work in there than I really would for it to be a banquet hall event kind of thing, because Valley Door's right across the street, and they spent a whole lot of money and time to update what is now Loft 28 up there so you could do your wedding and everything up there, and you got the catering and you got the whole shebang inside of the whole package. Would they not be taking away business from Valley Doyle? Would it not be siphoning away business from the other place down there on River Street, 25, is that what it's called? That other little big building up there. People take a lot of pictures and everything like that. 125? 251, that's what it's called. 251 is down there. So it seems like they'd be actually taking away from a lot of businesses in town. So I think city government would be better there. Plus, if you're working in city government, think about it. You don't got to look in between that little walkway no more. You got windows on the whole Fox River, baby. You got what? You can see everything right there. I think that'd be pretty cool. My brother might even apply. All right. The time is 8:17. That's right. Temple of the Dog. What is Temple of the Dog? Is that a band, Emily? Let us know. Who are they? Do they play ukulele? Do you play ukulele? Any ukulele players in the chat today? If you are, that'd be pretty cool. I'd even come out and watch you. All right. I've got some more stuff to talk about. And as you know, this qualifies as the city of Aurora may grant more federal coronavirus funds for local programs. Ha ha ha! City Council has backed a federally funded effort to grant more money to pandemic-related programs. Aldermen on the Public Health, Safety, and Transportation Committee just last week unanimously backed an amendment to the city's action plan for CDBG funds to grant $375,000 to 8 applicants. Let's read that again. Aldermen on the Public Health, Safety, and Transportation Committee last week unanimously backed an amendment to the city's action plan for CDBG Community Development Block Grants funds to grant $375,000 to 8 applicants. The money is the third round of grants the city is awarding from a total $1.9 million special fund the federal government sent to the city as part of the CARES Act in 2020. The money is over and above the normal funds the city gets every year. Chris Ragona, the city's community development manager, said after this money is expended, the city will have another $314,602 left of the $1.9 million. He said the city hopes to do a fourth call for projects and expend all of the money by December 2022. In the third round of projects, the city received 14 applicants. You know what? I don't know what the hell. What is wrong? You know what? Maybe we gotta start drinking tea in the morning. Taking us. Can we one more? Sip it up. That's what I love about you guys. We all do this together. Okay, now, in the third round of projects, the city received 14 applications last May and whittled that list down to 8 organizations to get funded. Most of the money is going to programs, although one of them, $100,000 to the Aurora Area Interfaith Food Pantry, is a capital project toward costs for roof reconstruction. The other 7 grants and the organizations are $50,000 to the City of Aurora's Financial Empowerment Center, the FEC, towards financial counseling. $50,000 to the APS Training Academy for STEAM education for low-income students. $40,000 to the National Alliance for the Mentally Ill, NAMI, mental health counseling. $25,000 for Hesed House to assist the homeless. $20,000 to the Court-Appointed Special Advocate, or CASA, for child advocacy for abused and neglected children. $40,000 to the Northern Illinois Food Bank for the Senior Citizen Food Banks Program, and $50,000 to Mutual Ground for assisting clients experiencing domestic violence. Mr. Ragona said the city has a list of not-for-profits it notifies when the city is seeking applications for project funding. He said any not-for-profit can apply for the money and can get on the list to be notified by calling the city's Neighborhood Services Department. The Public Health, Safety, and Transportation Committee recommended the latest list of project funding and forwarded it onto the Committee of the Whole meeting. It's due to be voted on by the full City Council in September. The time is 8:21 a.m. You're listening to, watching, having a good time with, sipping your coffee too. Good morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. It is Tuesday, August 17th, and we're having a good morning today. Jennifer Ryan Mayton tells us that her family used to host ukulele night at the River's Edge Cafe and Prisco's next door. I'm the only one in my family that doesn't play. I made the posters. Hey, you made the posters and you don't even play? Ballin'. That's awesome. It's like I'm the rapper, he's the DJ, you know? Like, man, I'm the headlining act. What do you play? I don't play nothing, man. I'm Ozzy. I don't play that. I just sing. I just scream. Okay, good morning, Tracy. Good to see you today as well. All right, guys, so let's move on with some more local stuff because I know you guys like the local. You know what? Let me back up real quick. Oh, good morning, Clarendon Hills. They checking in from Clarendon Hills. Good morning to Clarendon Hills, tuning in, listening. The interesting thing is that we are focused on local, your business, your establishments, your neighborhoods, and our city. We also consider ourselves be patriotic blue-collar Americans. So we do like to harp on and talk about the national headlines, not all the time, but every now and then. As I mentioned, we'll be talking about the Afghanistan debacle. Certainly qualifies using that word at the moment. But we'll also be talking about mask mandates and all that other good stuff. But local is really where it's at. And I got some news. You guys send news to us. Good morning, Aurora, il@gmail.com. It is much appreciated. You guys hit us on the Facebook Messenger with what's going on, and we all stay in touch. And it's truly community. And I want to give you guys a reminder. Check out our blog on our website. You can go to goodmorningaurora.com. Read the blog. The blog is about us. The blog is about you. The blog is about our city and community. All right. 241 South State Street in Elgin is home to an awesome and very helpful business, Chicago Stickers. Serving Elgin and Chicago's northwest suburbs, they do custom car stickers and labels, and a whole lot more. With nationwide shipping, you would be remiss not to holler at our friends, Chicago Stickers. Find them on Instagram at Chicago_stickers. Okay. Coming up on the 21st, which is a Saturday, free school supplies and a backpack will be yours from our friends of Hope for Tomorrow Empowerment Center. They're giving back to the community on that day from 12:30 to 3:30 p.m. at the Prisco Community Center. There will be supplies, a raffle, and a bike giveaway as well. How cool is that? It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a safe event, and masks are required. Spread the word and come on out for a good time. And don't forget, you have one more day. I've been telling y'all about this. Get ready for this, because I've been telling you about this next piece of news for a month and a half. Listen, tomorrow from noon to 1 p.m., Blue Cross and Blue Shield are hosting the next round of the Family Leadership Council. Family members, community partners, and parents are all encouraged to take part. This is a great way to learn and engage with each other, and the topic will be child nutrition and physical fitness. Now, we find ourselves going back to school. Kids are going back and everything. And for parents to get together, liaison, meet, understand, share ideas, or like we like to call it, chop it up, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. So child nutrition, physical fitness, sounds like great stuff to us. We are going to put the link in the chat for you guys so that you can check it out yourself. All right. Coming up on the 28th of August, that's a Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., don't forget, Coffee and Conversation with State Representative Barbara Hernandez of the 83rd District. You can come and learn about what's been going on in Springfield. And if you have any ideas, or if you have something that you'd like to share, they would love to hear it. This will be taking place at probably one of the greatest bagel shops on the history of the planet Earth. And it's called Jake's Bagels, baby. Jake's Bagels, located at 220 North Broadway. Try the chicken soup. It's awesome. Anna's Custom Treats is here. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, everyone, and a happy Tuesday. That's a great... Oh, man, they hitting us up today. All right. What a day. Everybody's up. This is the most... Everybody's hitting me on the chat, the text. Y'all coming through on the Instagram. Good stuff. I like to see it. I like when all of our people are up and boisterous and moving about doing their thing. Okay, now listen here, folks. The link to the Blue Cross Blue Shield Family Leadership Council is inside of the chat, so please check that out. And again, I'd like you guys to take part in that if you can. It's really a good thing to do. Okay, so let's talk. Have you guys been seeing what's going on in Afghanistan? For those of you who do not know, the United States of America has ended 20 years of occupation in Central Asia. It's caused consternation among some. It's caused elation amongst others. But the situation is definitely very sad and very tragic. We've seen the harrowing scenes of people climbing onto airplanes as they taxi down the tarmac. People have been crushed in landing gear. Quite sad. But what do you guys think about it? How do you feel? The history of Afghanistan is actually very, very interesting. As some of you may know, it was occupied by the Soviets for 10 years, and starting in 1979. But recently, the president fled to Tajikistan, and the army crumbled. What do you guys feel? You know any service members? We are friends with people who have served in Afghanistan, and we've been taking our cues from their perspective. There's a great episode that we conducted with a gentleman on the show. His name is Anthony Ortiz. He is an Elgin City Councilman. When we conducted the interview last year, he was running for Elgin City Council. It's on our YouTube channel. You guys can definitely check it out. He was in the Battle of the Sanjan Valley, and he lost 25 members in his unit killed in combat. He is happy that the United States is ending its combat mission in Afghanistan. But what do you guys think? Casey says, a winless 20-year war costing many lives, U.S. and foreign, not to mention the money spent, to the tune of $3 trillion, I believe. The book that I have here with me is called Afghanistan: A History of Conflict, and I would recommend this book to anyone. This is actually an excellent book, and it goes through history, up until the current day. And I would like to read something for you from this book, because I think it will give tone and tenor to what we're all witnessing. This is according to Sir Thomas Holditch. We've contributed much to give a national unity to that nebulous community which we call Afghanistan, but which Afghans never called by that name. by drawing a boundary all around it and elevating it to the position of a buffer state between ourselves and Russia. What is there about Afghanistan to guarantee its continued existence as a buffer state between England and Russia? No other country in the world is interested in its prolonged existence except these two. Afghanistan, as a national entity, can only exist by favor of military support of one or the other of them. We need hardly inquire on which side the burden will always lie. That's part of the great game. For those who do not know, the United Kingdom or Great Britain occupied Afghanistan as well, and there's many great pieces of poetry have come out of that, and there's many great historians, Elphinstone, and lots of great things have happened after that. But it seems to have followed the continuous path, and that it is a country that's not able to be governed. And that goes back to 1841. That was the first Anglo-Afghan War, culminating in the 1878 Second Anglo-Afghan War, when Afghanistan refused a British diplomatic mission, provoking that. And to prevent British occupation of the large country, the government ceded much of the power to the United Kingdom in the Treaty of Gandamark, and that was 1879. Interesting stuff. It's actually the stuff of legends and different stories. But what do you guys think? Time is 8:32. Casildo, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us, sir. I think that we should all take a moment to realize that the lives of those who have been lost in Afghanistan hold certainly a special and dear place. If you know about Oswego, the moving wall came to Oswego, and it has the names of combat veterans killed in Afghanistan. But I would point you guys to please watch that video. I'll probably post that later on today on the Facebook page, to watch our video that we conducted with Elgin City Councilman Anthony Ortiz, who also has worked for the Kane County State's Attorney's Office. He is a combat veteran of the Afghanistan War in the Sanjan province. The time is 8:33 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. All right, guys. So let's move on, because I still got a whole bunch of stuff to tell you guys about. And it just don't stop. It just does not stop. I think I'm going to tell you guys about some law enforcement stuff right now, because this is going to be very, very helpful. All right. The DuPage County Expungement Clinic, don't forget, that's taking place Saturday, October 2nd from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The location will be the DuPage County Administration Building, located at 421 North County Farm Road in Wheaton. Many things on your record may be eligible for removal or sealing. The team will help walk you through the process of clearing your record. Volunteer attorneys will help prepare and file requests to have your record cleared for free. Shouts out to participants and sponsors such as Prairie State Legal Services, DuPage Legal Aid, and Illinois Access to Justice. What's interesting about this is that for a long time, it's the fees and all of the legal wrangling and paperwork has been so difficult to move the ball. The fact that these folks are doing this for free is very helpful. I think that's probably the best part about the whole thing, because people have the ability to do things, they have the motivation, but the amount of money that things cost to get done, to repair one's life, that kind of gets excessive. So shouts out to all these organizations for doing this work. Okay. We got a mural coming to downtown Aurora. In case you guys did not know, I'm not too sure if you did or if you are aware of it. So the bridge and the underpass right across from Wayside Cross, That's on New York Street, right before you get into downtown. It's actually, I think that's owned by BNSF or Metra. Underneath that bridge, workers are out there. They're doing painting. So far, so good. It looks really good. It's a unity mural. This is to bring pride and unity in community and have people come sling paint on a wall. I think it's a very good thing to be doing. I'll be quite honest with you. I think that one of the things that has started to break down the lack of transparency and equity in Aurora that people have complained about for a long time is the fact that, like, now these kind of things are being crowdsourced out to people. People can now take part in it. You don't have to be on the planning committee to come sling some paint on a wall. It's open to the public. So with that being said, I am going to read to you what we need from you. Aurora downtown's newest East Side Gateway mural is being painted right now. Artists Laura Lynn Kubicek and Catalina Diaz started working on the mural earlier this month, and they are now seeking volunteers from the community to assist with painting. So the actual actual wall that it's at is the north side wall. There's a scaffold already set up there. There's two projects that are also, there's another project that's taking place. Does anyone know where Man Cook Restaurant is? Man Cook is the new Asian restaurant. It's on Galena, actually. It's on Galena, across from Miss Lee's, which kind of put any Miss Lee's fans in the audience? I've been tempted, but some of my, it looks a little sketchy sometimes. I have a friend, she loves the place. She's like, Curtis, we should go there, have a beer. I'm like, I don't know. It looks really super sketch. But anyway, I digress. Okay. Man Cook Restaurant's located at 210 East Galena Boulevard. The mural design combines a quilt analogy to show that Aurora is a city of many people and cultures combined together. It also takes elements of Art Nouveau and Art Deco architecture from downtown Aurora, like the Mayan and the Keystone buildings. Now, the Mayan building is on Stolp and Benton. Right there, right across from 1 East Benton. That building has beautiful and ornate architecture. You can see it as you pass by, faces looking out at you. Very cool stuff, and the inside is really nice too. The mural will also include iconic Aurora symbols like mastodons, the Northgate Star sign, the Paramount sign, and the new pedestrian bridge connecting the east and west sides. Community members interested in signing up to paint the mural can visit Aurora Downtown's Facebook page for more information. This is the second one sponsored by the group. The first, completed by artist Josh Schultz last fall, is on the southwest corner of Lake Street and Galena Boulevard. Now, why they wouldn't just say not Tocala, Torches Guadalajara, I don't know, because it's on the back of that, but that's cool too. Shouts out to our friends of Aurora Downtown for all the hard work that they do putting this together, and our local artists Laura Lynn and Catalina Diaz. The time is 8:39 a.m. All right, Josue's here. Good morning, Josue. Good morning. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. All right, Norma Peterson tells us, I agree with the debacle term for the current situation, although I'm glad our engagement there is ending. Same here, Norma. Same here as well. And to be fair, I don't think the debacle was inevitable. I don't. I think that even if you had ushers, even if you had ropes for people to stand in, even if you had assigned seating, it was always going to be a debacle, because debacle has been the overwhelming theme. But I'm glad the conflict there is ending, because death with no end and financial responsibilities without end would continue to bankrupt our country, which has a myriad of issues, both financially and civically. Time is 8:40 a.m. Okay, so Tracy tells us that Miss Lee's is old school. When she worked at the casino, the third shifters would go there. I skipped out. I just wanted to sleep. Heard it's pretty decent there. I'll check it out sometime. Tracy, if you give it a decent stamp of approval, I might actually go there and, try the pretzels or something like that. But I don't know, because every time I see the place, it just looks, my spider sense tingles. As soon as I look at it, it's like, oof, But shout out to Miss Lee's, because it's a very old bar. It's been in Aurora for a long time, and even though I've never been in there, it is a community staple. All right. Don't want to forget to tell you guys to subscribe to the show on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes. We have a lot of cool stuff. We conducted an interview just yesterday with a friend of the show, an author by the name of Stacy Saldana. She is the author of 7 books, most prominent of which are Micah's Mindful Manners, which is a book about her son, and Built Strong on Purpose, which is a faith-based book, fun for the family, and it helps to guide, strengthen, and nurture relationships. The book can be found at Cottonseed Creative Exchange, located at 8 North Broadway in the heart of downtown Aurora shopping. There, you can also find Good Morning Aurora merch, cool shirts like this one, and each purchase goes to support women-owned business, veteran-owned business, and arts and culture here in Aurora. You see how I'm talking more to you guys now? It's kind of like the news, right? We're getting there, So good morning to all of you guys at home. All right. So let's continue. I have more local stuff to tell you guys about, and I don't want to forget it, because if I forget it, that means I forgot you. Okay, coming up today, I told you yesterday, but I'm going to tell you again. Today is Tuesday Tech, virtual, the basics of mouse, keyboard, and the desktop. Learn how to use a mouse and keyboard to navigate the desktop and standard Windows applications. Now, tomorrow we have, that is going to be starting at 5 p.m. Registration is required on the Aurora Public Library's Facebook page or their website. Tomorrow is International Read Aloud, and it's virtual. Enjoy stories in a variety of languages. That starts at 11 a.m. Saturday, the 21st, virtual English Conversation Group, 10:30 a.m. Join English learners of all levels in conversation via Zoom. And at 11 a.m. as well for kids, there's the Children's Craft Kit tutorial, Turtle Mandala. Ooh. See a step-by-step tutorial on how to complete the Turtle Mandala Craft Kit. Now ask yourself, what other library in the world has Turtle Mandala Craft Kits? I don't know, but we have it here in Aurora. The time is 8:43. All right, Tracy says Miss Lee's opens in 20 minutes? Oh. Who the hell's drinking at 9 in the morning? Crazy. All right, don't forget the free community shredding event. That's going to be Saturday, September 18th from 9 to 11 a.m. at the downtown Santori Aurora Public Library, brought to us by the Kane County Teachers Credit Union, the KCTCU. Fight identity theft and needless clutter at home by bringing your personal documents to the shredding event to have them safely shredded. Only paper materials will be accepted. Small paper clips and staples do not need to be removed. Shredding is accepted until the shred truck is full. Our state representative Hernandez will be there as well. This is going to be safe, secure, and contactless. Shouts out for something cool. Don't forget also Mercado Artesanal from Oaxaca. Traditional artists and craftsmen all the way from the state of Oaxaca. With the participation of Danza de Pluma, Guela, Chicago, Alejandra Salgado, and Ballet Folklorico Huetzalcoatl. Did I say that right? I hope I didn't massacre that too bad to our Latino friends. That's going to be the 29th at Casa Santa Maria, located at 314 East Downer Place here in Aurora. It'll be from 1 to 7 p.m. Great amount of sponsors like Jucalita Tacos, Galazak, and also Fiesta Master Shows. Very cool stuff. Okay. So again, the topic of discussion today was Afghanistan. What do you guys think about the United States ending our combat mission there? It is all over. We've met some people who, well, not met, we actually know people who've actually been there, who've spent time there, who've spent time fighting there, who've been wounded there. Let us know what you guys think. We are all in this together as a nation. I think that on the one hand, I never thought I'd see the day where Americans were begging to stay in another country. That is kind of disconcerting. But I think that the mission of helping, the mission of strengthening is not over, and it's not lost. It simply needs to be potentially rethought. There's an old saying I learned from a college, it's the acronym CAIS, come at it sideways. The administration now is talking about overflight capability, and they're talking about, over the horizon is the term. Over the horizon is the term that the Anthony Blinken with the State Department is using. Over the horizon capability. We're already based in Tajikistan. So I don't see any disengagement fully from Afghanistan, but let me know what you think. I'm just the host. The time is 8:47 a.m. All right. DACA campus briefing. Don't forget, that's going to be coming up 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Zoom webinar. Over the past year, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program has experienced a number of legal and political challenges. How do these changes impact students, staff, and faculty with or eligible for DACA status? 3 to 4:30 p.m. Zoom webinar. I said it like New York. Zoom webinar. That's crazy. I'm not from New York. I'm from Aurora. All right. Brought to us by the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. The Rotary District 7020 has her Haiti Earthquake Disaster Recovery Fund that is still open. You can still participate. It's in response to the devastation caused by the recent earthquake in Haiti. They set up this fund. The fund is managed by Rotary's DNARAG, Rotarian Action Group, a 501c3 nonprofit in cooperation with District 7020's Disaster Relief Committee. Many ways to contribute. We have let you guys know this. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well. Okay. And coming up Thursday, Garfield Park Bilingual Story Time. Shouts out to the Aurora Public Library. This is taking place at 11 a.m. It'll be for all ages. So please come out there, learn, read, enjoy yourselves, and have a good time. All right. Tracy says her nephew was stationed out in Afghanistan and recently in the Emirates, Dubai. He just came back to the U.S. in May. I'm definitely glad he came back when he did. It was a no-win situation, unfortunately. Absolutely. Tracy, we're glad that he's back as well. For those of you that don't know, there was a young man by the name of Miguel Villalon. He passed away in, I believe, 2018. He was an East Aurora graduate, and he was a member, he was a specialist with the 82nd Airborne. And I will quadruple check my information after that, but I believe the 82nd Airborne. Anyway, there was a ceremony for his life at East Aurora High School, and I attended that. And I have to say, as did a lot of other veterans here from the city, the mayor was there, a lot of other veteran organizations were there. AMVETS Post 103 had representation there, and a group called the Patriot Riders was there as well. The Patriot Riders are a motorcycle group. I'm not sure if all of them are veterans, but I know a lot of them are veterans. But what they do is they travel the country and they either shadow or come and take part in veteran ceremonies. So if a body is coming back and coming home. Members of the Patriot Riders have been known to ride with bodies going back to hometowns. Anyway, I remember I was there, and the family was there, and the East Aurora NJROTC was there, and they were on stage, and there was so many of them. And I remember sitting there, and I thought to myself, like, because at that time, you know, it looked like we would never leave Afghanistan. I remember sitting there, and I started thinking, like, wow, these kids are like 17, 18, or however old they are, and they're going to go to Afghanistan, to a place where in the year 1715, Mirwais Hotek died of natural causes. His brother Abdulaziz inherited the throne, and he was killed by his nephew. It just seems so futile. I like peace. I want engagement. I want financial responsibility. And I want the United States to promote everything that is good. And if that's possible to do without war, I think that's where all of our energy should be spent. What do you guys think? The time is 8:52 a.m. I have a Zoom call right at 9 o'clock, so we're going to end in like 3 more minutes, but let's see what the rest of our folks say. Dan says, he was at that ceremony at East. It was moving and well done. Yes, it was, Dan. Dan? Yay! It was serious. And now if you recall, because Dan was there, I don't know if anybody else in the chat was there, Mr. Villalone's friend, I believe a battle buddy, a person who'd been deployed with him maybe, he was there speaking on the time that he knew Miguel, and this person died at like 22 or 23 years old. And he was choked up with emotion. They could barely talk through his tears. I'm not a person who believes that the United States has to have 20 more years of that. But yeah, that was a really moving ceremony. The United States has a lot of things going on here domestically that we need to work and figure out. So I think that, again, let's focus our efforts here on the homeland and continue to strengthen our city and our community as well. All right, a couple more headlines and topics before we go, you guys. Mentorship program with our friends of the Alive Teen Center. Alive Teen Center has 2 locations. One is in Naperville by the 5th Avenue train station. That's their metro stop. And the other one is here in downtown Aurora on LaSalle Street. So the purpose of the mentorship program is to create positive peer relationships between middle school students and upperclassmen. By spending time together, trying new things, and discovering what makes them come alive, both the mentor and the mentee will get a greater sense of belonging and a greater sense of confidence. For more information or to apply, you can go to the website at alivecenter.org or email jeff@alivecenter.org. Casey Chitwood and Addie Rubio have been on our show. They conducted a great interview with us as well. Please check out the Alive Teen Center. It is open for the youth to come in. They have great programs, and our friend Anna Sierra of Anna Custom Treats also liaisons with the Live Teen Center, and she has been there providing hands-on experience with kids for many events, including First Fridays. So, shouts out. All right, it's 8:54. Let's keep it moving. Maybe I have one more final thing. Join My Daughter's Dress Boutique once again for the Decades Mom Prom fundraising event. Friday, September 17th from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Martini Banquet Hall in Yorkville. Sponsorships levels are available. You can take part in them. The My Daughter's Dress Bouquet is a 501c3 started by a Navy veteran as well. Shouts out. Navy veterans got Aurora on lock, man. Y'all better watch out. I don't know about the Army. Well, you got the Army guy, Michael Piggis with the city. He's an Army veteran. The mayor's an Army veteran. Lots of Army veterans out there. Lots of Marines out there, too. So, we're not trying to diss, but, man, y'all better. Okay. So, I can give you guys one more piece of information. I'm going to give you one more helpful piece of information, and then we are going to wrap this up today. All right. Don't forget this. The bookmobile needs to be replaced. That's got to happen, and it's got to happen soon. The bookmobile has been an Aurora staple for a very long time, but they want to get a brand new spanking one with the bells and whistles. I don't know if this one has power windows and power steering, but maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But we need a new one. Fundraiser is happening. Get ready. Our friends at the Aurora Public Library are having their second annual virtual 5K and fun walk. Lace Up for Literacy. That's going to be August 30th to September 6th. That's how long it's going on. Proceeds will benefit a new and modern bookmobile and more literary resources for children. So shouts out to our friends of the Aurora Public Library Foundation, the foundation, and our dear friend of the show, Laura Stoney. Shouts out. Okay, and okay, this is the last one, I promise you. All right. Don't forget, get ready to come and get your golf on. The Aurora Regional Chamber of Commerce is having their Golf Classic Monday the 23rd of August. The event's going to be held at Orchard Valley Golf Course here in Aurora. Beautiful golf course and location. Promote your brand and network with many business leaders and professionals who will be in attendance on that day. Sponsorships are available. Get to know more about the Aurora Chamber and and Orchard Valley Golf Course. They've done a lot, from barbecues to different kinds of events up to and including stuff from Mutual Ground. Anne-Marie Wilkinson is a great place. Shouts out to all of our friends and our community partners. Okay. COVID cases on the rise. Get vaccinated and mask up. Thank you very much, Casey. Much appreciated. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. All right, it's 8:57 a.m. I want to take this last minute or two to say thank you very much to all of our friends, all of our fans, of our listeners, and all of our subscribers. We really appreciate it every single day. This show aims to be your relatable, friendly, local news source. And we appreciate everybody who checks us out. Please subscribe to the show on YouTube and Spotify. Check us out on Patreon. Friday, we got Jeanette Splaining. Monday, we got our friend Bob. He will be here chopping up many different things, and we've got so much more to come. We've also got an interview that's going to be airing today. Yesterday's interview is live on all of your preferred podcast platforms. Hit up Tredwell, join the Mug Club, and also shop for your Good Morning Aurora merch at Cottonseed Creative Exchange, located at 8 North Broadway. That's it for the day. We hope that you guys have a blessed, positive, fantastic day today. It's Tuesday the 17th. Let's all go have some fun. Take care of yourself and each other.